Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Poppy Builds. Today I am building in the 920 Medina Studio Apartment in San Myshuno. Today I have decided that we are going to go for a 2-bedroom apartment for a group of young female Sims that have just moved to the city and really adore the color pink. So there's a lot of pink tones in this build, including the flooring, which I've just put down. I believe this flooring is from Jungle Adventure in the main area, and they're also just going to have a really big bathroom, which is, very coveted in the city. I think apartments are probably, apart from tiny homes, are some of my favorite things to build, like the smaller ones, because when an apartment gets too big, then it just is exhausting. I still enjoy building them, but they're not as fun as the smaller ones. And I went with this beautiful pink colored wallpaper to kind of match the flooring and just bring a bit of warmth in. Again, this is for a 2-bedroom apartment for a group of young adult Sims. They could be female, not female. In my mind, they are female, and that's how I have designed this apartment. But obviously, any Sim can play in here. I added white doors, very simplistic, matches the wallpaper. Nothing fancy, sadly, about them. Now I'm doing the kitchen. I decided to go with brown vibes because I think pink and brown actually do complement each other if it's the right shade of both. So these kitchen counters definitely complement the wallpaper. They're very modern looking. This is a modern apartment. That's the vibe here, people. That's the vibe. Ooh, that was me, if you heard, hitting my knee. That really hurt. Also, my tomatoes yesterday, I finally picked the last batch, so bittersweet. No more fresh tomatoes until summertime again. Big size here, big size. I really wanted to have a beautiful, full-sized, like extra long dining table in this build, so that the Sims could be very social, have a lot of dinner parties, but it just didn't really fit well. So I actually ended up taking out 2 of the chairs so I could fit in a bookcase instead and make it more of a functional, realistic apartment. Like, the rooms are very distinctly them, but it is a shared living space and they've combined their interests in it. I am decorating the living room now. It's an open floor plan, so it's a combined living room and kitchen area. Again, the living room is just very simplistic, very small, but it creates open space so they can get to the bedrooms and their bathrooms easy. Plus, there's only one big window in here, and so I used that window for the kitchen to bring light in there, so the living room's a little bit more cozy. And I put in a pink lamp, to fit the pink wallpaper. And then a communal bike to share. Even though the bike probably goes in the inventory anyway. It's a good aesthetic. Now I'm just making the living room a bit more homey, a bit more welcoming. Again, I'm trying to go with a bit more like warm tones in the living room, and then the kitchen, the brown tones of the countertops, but the chairs match the living room, so it brings a sense of togetherness. Then I believe I match, or coincidentally, the bookcase matches the dining room table. I think this bookcase looks great right here. I did push it into the wall a little bit, so your Sims could walk around and go to the bathroom. But obviously in real life, you could easily squeeze on by. I took a while picking the the kitchen rug. I don't even remember what I went with. No, I didn't like that one. I went through quite a few because I wanted it to be a bit of a brown toned rug. I think that is, what did I go with? Me going through all the swatches. I think I went with that rug because it was a bit brown, even though upon reflection it's a bit more orange than brown, but it's okay. We'll let it vibe. We'll let it be. We'll pretend it has some brown tones to it. So the kitchen, it's my intention to make the kitchen completely functional. I did add a bit of clutter because they have so many countertops that a little bit of clutter was definitely the right move. And then I wanted to make like the walls, again, have lots of cabinet space, but it just looked clunky. So what I ended up going with is just a set of, I only covered the wall with the window with cabinets because I think it just looked a little bit cleaner and then gave space for decorations and or miscellaneous things. And that is exactly where I put the decoration / miscellaneous thing, right above the fridge. Again, it ties in the pink and it looks really good. Now this is their like massive bathroom and then laundry room. So they're very, very spoiled in this little apartment to have so much cleaning space. Like in a real apartment, I can tell you now, your bathroom and your washing room are not that big. Very sadly, they are not that big. And so because the bathroom was so big, I fit in a like jacuzzi spa. Like these Sims are going to be very clean is the end result of having such a beautiful bathroom. And it didn't show when I did the walkthrough, but I put in these full-sized, full-length mirrors. It's really cool that they actually reflect, and they didn't clip, so they don't clip in the game. But when I did a walkthrough, they just didn't exist, and I don't know why. It just, that's the gossip. That's what happened. But I think it gave more like space to the bathroom. Not that I really needed space, but I think it's a really nice accent. I'm adding some warmth with those beautiful yellow sunflowers or daffodils. It's kind of hard to tell what their intention was. I think they look like sunflowers in my opinion. They're sunflowers. And then I put in some pink washing machines and drying machines. Looks so cute. I love it. And then this is also where I put their hampers, so they don't have hampers in their bedrooms, but instead in the laundry room. I'm just copying the bathroom again. This is a little ensuite for one of the rooms. This room's a bit smaller, so they get the ensuite, which I think makes sense. So in my mind, these two roommates pay the exact same rent because one has their own bathroom, but the other one has more space. And for this specific room, the sim that lives in this room is a green thumb fiend. They love plants. They've moved to the city to start the eco movement, which, city living is more about urbanization than sustainability, but she's there to move in and be like, okay, how can we incorporate plants sustainably into the city? And I love these vertical planters because it just gives like depth, gives it like reality. Like this is a person who loves plants, who loves growing their own veggies. So maybe this sim is also a vegetarian and has all of her like basil and carrots and potatoes and stuff in those planters. That's what we can pretend, and I like that. So I just did like nice airy vibes. I tried to find a lamp that was functional off the grid and then didn't. So I was like, okay, well, it makes sense that she couldn't change the overhead lighting. So I just kept it as that. But this overall is a very simple room. It's got a bed, the planners, and then I put in a yoga mat and call it that. So, not the most intriguing room, but a room that fits the vibe of the sim that I was building for. I think I put an easel in there just because, you know, skill building, but again, that's maybe her hobby. Her main goal in life is make the city sustainable again. Go sim, go. And I put in these really cool, I don't know, shingle aesthetics. I don't know what you would call them, but they look really nice. And I think for the vibe, they're also pink, so they just tied in the whole room, and it's hers, but also you can definitely tell that's like a space she is renting. Now for this room, the sim that I designed in mind for this specific space is a multimedia marketer. So they do a lot of creation, video promoting, and have just a very cool toned aesthetic to them. That's what they like, that's what they appreciate. They're just a big fan of aesthetics, if that makes sense. Like this is like a fancy person room compared to the gardening room, which is a bit more homey and warm. Now I don't know if this room can have 2 sims in it because of those plants, but I'm just gonna wing it and pretend it can. And then I decided she would really like the concept of having an open closet so she can see all the clothes she can pick and wear that day to promote whatever she's promoting or to discuss whatever she's discussing. And then I wanted to have lots of lights near the mirror because in my mind, that's how you know you look your best, when it's well lit. Like that's how people have their mirrors, with a lot of lighting around them. That's what I did in this room. And this is where I'm putting in the media element. And then I put in a bookcase because it all just fit really well. So it's completely, and it's pink. How cute is that? And then I wanted to put in a divider to create some separation of like the bed and where she kind of does her work. But then I realized, if I put a divider in, the sim won't be able to sleep or do her work. So we just got rid of that completely. And that is this room. I think I add in a rug. I really do like these rugs from Myshuno. I have yet to use the polka dot one, but I'm hoping to use it in a build eventually. But who knows? And so this specific room, I wanted to make it a study / another extra room to relax in because it has no windows, so I didn't really want to make it a bedroom. So instead we went with like a white study vibe because this is a shared space. So they just went with a communal aesthetic. And this is just me trying to figure out how to put on a lamp. And then I put on, I don't know if it's like a giraffe. I think it's a giraffe lamp, but that's the giraffe lamp with a pink lampshade. It looks nice. So the right bookcase is for the gardener. I put the gardening tools, and the left bookcase is for the video multimedia marketing individual. Shared space, but still, again, their own. I just love how that plant looks there. I think it looks very regal. And then I added a nice little couch. I wanted to make the couch look very cozy, very welcoming. So I believe this is from the parent pack, but I went with the pink one with white stripes. So those couch cushions look very soft. And then I put in a little tiny TV in here. So that looks really good. And I think that was my whole entire design process for this apartment. And now we're gonna go and walk through it. So this is the kitchen and living room. Very homey, very warm. The brown really does accentuate the walls. Nothing looks too much. Like pink walls could have been too much, and this looks nice. Bathroom, beautiful. Sorry, I don't know what's going on there, but we got to look at the jacuzzi for a bit. There are no mirrors here, but there are full-length mirrors. I don't know why it glitched. This is the laundry room. Love it. Gorgeous. This is the study. Very warm, communal. This is the one bedroom for the video maker marketer individual. Again, just very clean. This is where I glitched for a moment, so please excuse me. We're back. This is her bedroom. Looks gorgeous. Again, I really like the decision to put in the pink walls because pink is a hard color to play off of wall-wise. And this is the gardening room. Nice and simple with her beautiful like gloss designing wallpapers. That was the bathroom, and this is the whole apartment. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Let me know what you want to see more of down below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see on Poppy's Builds. Bye!